Today's topic is Cauchy-Riemann condition covered by Shubhangi Nimje and Siddheshwar Nagpure of MSc Physics, same 2 of RTMNU campus. So theorem. The necessary condition for a function f of z equals to uxy plus iv xy to be analytic in the domain D is that domain D where u and v satisfy Cauchy-Riemann equation. Any function f of z is analytic if it satisfy Cauchy-Riemann condition and second have finite value at a given point. So formula for a Cauchy-Riemann condition in f of z equals to u plus iv. In the Cartesian form, formula is du upon dx equals to dv upon dy. And second formula is du upon dy equals to minus dv upon dx. Important features of Cauchy-Riemann conditions is Cauchy-Riemann equation is also known as D'Alembert-Euler condition. It is used to check differentiability of the complex function. It is used for verification of analytic function and it is used to find the harmonic conjugate of the function. Let's prove the necessary condition for a function to be analytic. Cauchy-Riemann equation can be proved by different routes being chosen, but traditional basic proof is to make the limit go along the x-axis and y-axis. Since the variable of the complex function can be written in the form of z equals to x plus y, thus the complex function can be expressed as f of z equals to u of x comma y plus iv x comma y, where I is the imaginary function, where both u and v are two variable function. Based on the formula of derivative, that is limit delta z tends to 0, f of z plus delta z minus f of z divided by delta z, where delta z equals to delta x plus I delta y. Thus, the derivative of the complex function can be written as dy upon dz, that can be written as f of z equals to u in bracket x plus delta x comma y plus delta y minus u x comma y upon delta x plus I delta y plus I v of x plus delta x plus y plus delta y minus v x comma y upon delta x plus I delta y, name as equation 3. It is very complicated to handle variable delta x and delta y at the same time. So the path can be chosen from the either horizontal direction or the x-axis and the vertical direction, the y-axis. Uh, Here we have z equals to x plus iy and delta z equals to delta x plus I delta y. And we can see from the equation 2 that delta z equals to 0. Therefore, delta x and delta y equals to 0 and therefore x equals to x plus delta x and y equals to y plus delta y. The limit from the positive x-axis and positive y-axis converge into one point z, horizontal direction from x-axis. Since the root start from delta x 0 to 0 comma 0, where delta y stays constant, that is dy upon dz equals to limit delta x tends to 0 u x plus delta x comma y plus delta y minus u x comma y upon delta x plus limit delta x tends to 0 I, which is imaginary, v x plus delta x comma y plus delta y minus v x comma y upon delta x, name as equation 4. Based on the rule of partial derivative, dy upon dz equals to del u upon del x plus I del v upon del x, name as equation 5. Vertical direction from y axis, since the root starts from 0 comma delta y to 0 comma 0, delta y stays constant, that is dy upon dz equals to limit tends to delta y 0 u x plus delta x comma y plus delta y and minus u comma u x x comma y I delta y plus limit delta y tends to 0 I v in function x plus delta x y plus delta y minus v x comma y upon I delta y, name as equation 6. Since 1 upon I equals to minus 1, the equation can also be written as dy upon dz equals to limit delta y tends to 0 v x comma y plus delta y minus v x comma y upon delta y minus I limit delta y tends to 0 u x plus delta x comma y plus delta y minus u of function x comma y upon delta y. Name this equation as a number 7. Based on the rule of partial derivative, that is dy upon dz equals to del v upon del y minus I del u upon del y, it is equation 8. Thus it is easy to know the two conditions of CR equations are del u upon del x equals to del v upon del y and del v upon del x minus del u upon del y. The equation can also be written in the form of, that is ux equals to vy and uy equals to minus vx. So there are some application of Cauchy-Riemann equations. The first is calculation of fluid intensity at the point in the fluid. Second is for the verification of Maxwell equation. Third, in divergence theorems to give the rate of the change of function. And the fourth and the last is to move point of function from Cartesian to polar coordinate by D'Alembert-Euler condition. Thank you.